Jackie.
Hello and welcome to the Wild Protea. My name is Clinton John and thanks for joining me once again on this fine Friday evening. Just before we get into things, guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. As this is a fan channel, I want to get to know the fans a bit better, get commenting on what you think of the Wild Protea and what I do here. Also guys, don't forget to subscribe both here on our YouTube channel, The Fair Digest, as well as our online magazine, thefairdigest.com. So straight into things then, it's been quite an interesting few weeks with regards to CSA and cricket, with regards to Cricket South Africa and you know, cricket in general. So just to update you guys, just a few little things that happened in the course of this week. Jacques Foles has been brought in as interim CEO of Cricket South Africa. Yeah, so I think that's a good appointment. Jacques Foles is the current CEO of the Titans, and as we know, that is a very well-run franchise within South Africa. Probably one of the better-run franchises in South Africa. So I think he'd be a good man to take us forward. And then, you know, Graham Smith now has also agreed a short-term agreement to be South Africa's Director of Cricket. So he'll be doing it for 3 months until he's really got prior commitments with the IPL. I'm not too sure what's going to happen during that period, and then if he's going to come back, if he's going to be Director of Cricket once again. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But you know, I think Graham Smith can implement a few things within that 3-month time period, and I think he will get the job on a more permanent basis when he gets back from the IPL. Pat Simcox weighed in the week saying that he thinks it's actually a stupid idea for Smith and Boucher to take roles in CSA, because he feels that they won't be allowed to make the decisions that they want to make and they won't have any freedom. You know, Graham Smith did confess that he did say that he didn't feel like he'd have the freedoms that he would have, and that's why he pulled out of the Director of Cricket. So maybe things have changed. You know, obviously maybe Tabang Moreau had a lot to do with Graham Smith pulling out. I must admit, I don't have much faith in the current board that's there, simply because, you know, there's questions being asked of them and they haven't really come up with any answers yet. You know, either Tabang Moreau was, you know, the head of a really small snake, or he was one of the heads of a much larger snake. So let's hope for the former, because the latter would mean that, you know, there's still snakes in the grass within CSA, and we don't want that. Just moving on here, let's have a look. Yeah, Mark Boucher seems to be set to be made the team manager. There's still a few details needed to be ironed out. Obviously, he's still with the Spartans currently in the MSL T20, so he still has to finish that. But yeah, according to reports, he has been in, I think, SA Cricket Mag Online. He is close, you know, he's close to being named team manager. I think this will be a good step, although I would have loved to see Ashwell Prince in the role. You know, Bouch, I think, is a good man for the job. You know, standing behind the wicket for all those years, you know, gathering experience from the likes of Graham and Jacques and Gary Kirsten and all these wonderful cricketers. He must have only learned from that time. So Ashwell Prince was apparently offered a role, some sort of role in management. I don't think it was the team manager job, but I think it was some kind of assistant, maybe, to be involved with Graham Smith's decision making. But he has turned that down. I think he's eyeing the team management role on a permanent basis, and I think it's good that he turned it down. Because usually, I mean, if Mark goes in and doesn't do too well, usually the whole team gets axed, and I don't think he wants to be part of that. I think he wants to do his own thing. So I think that's a good thing. And then, yeah, it looks like Enoch Nkwe will be the assistant manager to Mark Boucher as things stand now. Yeah, I think, Enoch was thrown into the deep end, being interim team manager and going to India, team that's really on form at the moment in their backyard. Was always going to be tough for Enoch, and all credit to him. He took the job and tried to do it to the best of his ability. There were some decisions I feel that were questionable, and maybe it wasn't even him making the decisions. Maybe it was more Faf and the selectors and stuff like that. So all the best to Enoch. I hope his coaching career grows from. He can learn from that sort of period in his coaching career. And then still with the coaching, Gary Kirsten may come in as a mentor to the team manager. Now, whether Bouch will want him there or whatever is it remains to be seen. But I'm not too sure. A mentor. I have seen other teams do it. I think Australia used Ricky Ponting for a time, and also maybe Mark Wall for a time as kind of a mentor. I think it can work. Also, Gary Kirsten has considerable experience. Obviously, coached the Indian team to a World Cup. Gary has been coaching for a long, long time, and I think Bouch and Nkwe can only learn from Gary. So I saw a tweet from Paddy Upton saying that the move is modern and in the right direction, and it's thinking forward. He also went on to say a lot of top CEOs and businessmen have mentors that they lean upon. So why not coaches? And I think there have been cricketers who have questioned the decision, but I think it's just maybe progress. Because even as a coach, you expect, you throw him in there and you expect, okay, he either does well or he doesn't, and then he's kind of sink or swim. But it's just adding another head there, another experienced head, just as if he sees something going wrong or whatever, he can lend a helping hand. And I think the more help we have at the moment, the better, because cricket hasn't been great for the last 18 months as a supporter. Guys, then just moving on now to some Blitzboks. Blitzboks are in Cape Town. So if you can, get down to the stadium, guys, and go support the guys and the girls. The Blitzboks females or women lost today, unfortunately, to New Zealand, 40 points to 0. So some head scratching there for the South African ladies, and they do have 2 other pool games, I think, against Russia and Fiji. So hopefully we can pull a win out the bag. I think that'll be important for the progress of the game in the women's game there. And then moving on to the Blitzboks. They have a tough group of death, absolute group of death. They face number 1 and 2 from last season, USA and Fiji, or Fiji and the USA in that order, and Japan as well in their group. Their first game was against Japan, and we beat Japan 49-0. Japan made quite a few errors, and against this Blitzboks side with the defense so great, you can't make mistakes, because then we pounce with guys like Sebelo Senatla and Justin Fidel, Dylan Sage, and when these guys get gaps and you make mistakes, it's pretty much over. So so 2 games tomorrow, obviously against Fiji and against USA, so that'll be huge for us to go a long way to deciding whether we get through the cup or not. So hopefully we can get out there, support the boys, guys. If you can get down to the Cape Town Stadium, go. If not, there's a lot of pubs and stuff in and around Cape Town that you can go and support the boys. Just a little quick update on the squad, the 13-man squad. Haichiva Diamani did come in to the squad. Now, if you don't know about him, he's a Lions Super Rugby player. He's come in to help the Blitzboks out a bit there, so look out for him quite quick. And then moving on here, Siya Kolisi, yes. So our captain, our victorious captain, our champion, our man amongst men has, picked up an award. He's got the Peace and Sports Champion of the Year award. So congrats to Siya, and at the moment there's a lot of positivity around South Africa, Miss Universe as well, congrats to her. And also he's been nominated for the BBC Sports Star of the Year award, a very, very prestigious award with nominees that include the likes of Tiger Woods and Eliud Kipchoge. Now, Eliud, obviously, if you've seen any of my other podcasts, Eliud is the guy who broke the marathon 2-hour record. Yeah, guys, just two other little topics that I just want to mention before I leave you guys, and you can go support the Blitzboks at the stadium or in the pubs around the ground there. The Spartans, they played the Nelson Mandela Bay Giants. I'm not going to give you scores, I'll bring the scores to you on Monday. But the Spartans beat the Giants and will face the Paul Rocks in the final. Now, if you've watched my podcast before, I did say the Spartans would make the final. I did say it would be against the Cape Town Blitz. So I got 1 out of 2, that's not bad. But I think the Spartans have a really good side, a lot of experience there. And Heinrich Klaassen is leading his men quite well there. They'll come up against a Paul Rock side that is in red hot form. Tabré Shamsi is looking really good for them, as well as Bjorn Verteen. And guys are chipping in regularly with the bat. No one really gets massive scores, they all get sort of 30s and 40s, but in quick time. So it should be an absolute cracker of a game, and that will be played on Sunday. Then last little thing I want to mention, a young up-and-comer, Sim Tiger, added another trophy to his cabinet recently. I think it was last week, when he won a junior tournament. Now, if you don't know about Sim Tiger, his name is Simtandile Chabalala. This little kid is, I think he's 8 years old or 7 years old, and he's well on his way to being a pro golfer, guys. He is an absolute star in the making, and congrats to Sim, and wish him all the best in the rest of his long career. That's the type of thing that I want to bring here to the Wild Protea. I want to let you guys know about these young stars, up and coming stars, or have a moan about the guys that aren't doing well in the Proteas, or celebrate with you guys when the Bokke win the World Cup and that sort of thing. So that is all I have for tonight. Thanks for joining me once again, guys. I appreciate all the comments, the likes, and don't forget to like this video as I said before, and comment in below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Subscribe here on the YouTube channel, The Fair Digest, as well as thefairdigest.com, where I do write weekly articles. This week was an article again about racism in football. You can check my article out there. It's called Manchester Monkey Faces Life Ban, obviously about the racist incident in the Manchester derby over the weekend. Guys, I'm not going to keep you for much longer. Have an absolutely amazing weekend. Go grab a beer and support the Blitzboks. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.